Cold weather in June. I see them bloom. Oh, me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Where are those bears going? What about that, Michael? What are they doing? Huh?
Indiana Bears.
Indiana Bears, huh? You think people are upset?
I think so.
Huh?
I think so. It's kind of
I don't get it.
a slap in the face to Chicago Bears fans.
You know what? I heard that when that guy bought that company, it was worth $500 million, and now it's worth $8.5 billion, and he's asking for money.
Right.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What's the matter with you?
I don't know.
Well, let's listen up here. We are not really sure. We're waiting to get numbers to print bills, but it is not going to be August 1st. It is not going to be August 1st, because if it was, I would have had numbers from the other property tax offices, and we would be reviewing them and starting to print. So just listen up here on WVON. By the way, yesterday was my birthday, and I partied all weekend. Yes, I had a great time. I went to a bunch of festivals and got up on stage and sang with the band. It was amazing. So we will let you know when the next due date is. So if it's not August 1st, then we hope it's September 1st. And we will let you know if it's going to be September 1st, because if it's not September 1st, it'll be October 1st. But we will advise you, and we will put the bills up on the internet before you get them in the mail. So you can go to your phone, your iPad, or your computer, and we're going to put them up early. We have on the line this morning. Oh, we lost her. Okay. Well, we need to get her back on because she's getting a whole lot of money here. Yeah. She's getting a whole lot of money. Yeah. Yeah. So
how was your special birthday?
You know, I went online and I bought a Betsy Johnson USA glittery top.
Mm-hmm.
And I wore that on stage, and people were asking me where I got it, and they could buy it from me.
Wow.
It was so wild. So that was really cool. And then yesterday, I was out of town, and I found this trash shop that had sweatshirts. It was really cold yesterday, and it started to rain last night. So I actually found a sweatshirt with birthday cakes all over it and glitter. And I wore that last night, Michael.
And what did the people say?
They said, "It's your birthday." And I was on stage and they were singing to me. Yeah. Can we get Rosalind back on the line?
She keeps hanging up. I don't know why.
Well, she's not sure what to do. So why don't we talk a little bit about Rosalind, who called the ABC phone bank, Michael, in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And she has quite a bit of money, but we're going to skip over to Kenya Thomas first. We're going to talk about Kenya, who lives on 87th Street. She called our phone bank, and in 2024, and she applied for a missing homeowners exemption in 2024. So what happened was she got an adjusted bill. Sometimes when there's a homeowner's exemption, they adjust the bill. You don't get money back, but what you do is you get a bill that's reduced. So what was her reduction here, Michael?
Well, it looks like the bill started out at $3,696, and it was reduced to $3,034.82.
So it's a savings only bill. She missed 2024 homeowners exemption, and what happened is she gets a total savings of $661.89. So we're really happy about that because we did it through the ABC7 phone bank. And that phone bank's been very successful. On March 11th of 21, we did 12 million. May 12th of 21, we did 2 million. On June 16th, we did $1.7 million. September 21st, $2.3 million. December 9th, $3.5 million. June 15th, $3.3 million. December 14th, $2.5 million. September 14th, $2.6 million. And October 17th, $1.7 million. Just on ABC7 phone bank with Samantha Chapman, we did $33,344,000. So we're going to be doing another ABC phone bank. But you know what? You need to understand how important this little Black Lives Matter program is. How important this Black Lives Matter program is. Get this. I'm going to call out the suburbs for those of you who are in WVON. It looks like we're missing our callers, so we're going to give you lots of facts this morning. Facts, F-A-C-T-S, facts. Yeah. In Bellwood, 4,000 people have received $10 million. Now, you listen up if you're in a suburb. You don't have to just be in Chicago. How about Broadview?
Broadview looks like we gave $6 million in refunds
To how many?
to 2,197 people.
Burnham,
Burnham, it looks like 971 people received $3 million.
Calumet City,
Calumet City had a large group of 8,803 people, which they received 23 million and some change.
Calumet Park,
2,087 people received $3 million.
the entire city of Chicago. I want you to hear this. City of Chicago. This is all the step-in events, all the outreach that we go out to. City of Chicago, African American wards, Black wards. 132,000 people have received 190 million just in the city of Chicago. And they want me to give up this program and announce for mayor. I'm not going to give up my program. I'm going to announce when I good and well feel like it. Because if I announce now, I got to give up my program, and I'm not going to give up my program. Country Club Hills,
3,959 people.
24 million. Dixmoor,
676 people.
well, 1,000,003. Dalton,
5,877 people.
10,858,000. East Hazel Crest,
516 people.
1,000,001. Flossmoor,
2,076 people.
10 million. Fort Heights,
228 people.
505,000. Glenwood,
1,977.
5,585,000. Harvey,
Harvey, 4,912.
9,046,000. Hazel Crest,
3,325.
7,100,000. Linwood,
2,650 people.
3,404,000. Markham,
3,768 people.
7 million. Matson,
Matson, 3,876 people.
totaling 12,351,000. Maywood,
Maywood, 3,887 people.
totaling 9,700,000. Olympia Fields,
1,288 people.
totaling 5,243,000. Park Forest,
4,881 people.
13,650,000. Phoenix,
481 people.
467,000. Rixton Park,
2,587 people.
totaling 6,062,000. Riverdale,
2,942 people.
totaling 6,066,000. Robbins,
848 people.
totaling 937,000. Sauk Village,
2,011 people.
totaling 3,085,000. South Holland,
And the last and foremost is South Holland, 5,948 people.
17 million, totaling $400 million. Really? Seriously? Give it up for WVON. So listen up. Michael, don't you think this is weird?
What do we got?
We got all these people in the African American community that have left the city. 70,000 of the people that we have given money to aren't in Chicago anymore. What happened? You know,
Where are
that
they going?
they're going to Bellwood, Broadview, Burnham, Calumet City, Calumet Park, Country Club Hills, Dixmoor, Dalton, East Hazel Crest Place. Why are they leaving? Why'd you leave?
The violence. It's just rough when you have smaller kids in the city. It's you need a better, safe environment for small children these days.
Uh-huh. Where'd you used to live, Michael? We're going to get personal this morning.
I've lived in two places. I started out in Inglewood, and I stayed a little while in Bronzeville where my dad got sick.
I didn't know that. I thought you
Mhm.
were always in Englewood.
No, I stayed at 42nd and Prairie for a few years to take care of my dad until he died.
Uh-huh. Did your family move there with you?
No, just me. I just, I had a sick mom and dad at the same time, so I was bouncing from one place to the other, basically.
Uh-huh. And when did you decide to move out to the
To the
burbs?
suburbs.
Yeah.
I think this may have been around 2014. I was living on the southeast side of Chicago and right off of King Drive and like 60th, and it was just entirely too bad for us. There were times we come home and we couldn't drive through our street because of police activity.
Was this in Englewood or Bronzeville?
This was more until I don't know what you would call this area. It's not Englewood. It's in between. It's like in the middle. It's in between Bronzeville and Englewood. So I stayed not far from Washington Park area, the Washington Park type area.
Pretty Park.
Pretty park, but the violence in that area
Isn't that where the Buddy Billiken parade goes by?
Exactly.
You know what? Now that we're talking about it, the Buddy Billiken parade crowd keeps going down every year. Why do you think?
Well, the number one reason, Treasure, is violence in Chicago. Young people seem to have lost their minds. That's my point of view.
Just do what you want, when you want, how you want.
they're
No
just-
consequences.
Just get out here. Let's get in a group and let's just cause chaos.
Uh-huh. What do you think that we might ever be able to do about it?
Well, until we get something in these communities for kids to actually do, like when I was young, we had, community centers, we had after school programs. I went to a vocational high school where we learned trades. We don't have too much of any of that anymore. So we got a lot of cowboys and Indians these days, and no chiefs.
Uh-huh. What about the family structure?
Well, that plays the most important part. I was lucky enough to have both parents as growing up. I was still a knucklehead, but I had someone to report to. I didn't go unchecked. So
You weren't out running around
exactly.
drag racing under Wacker Drive.
No, my parents didn't play. They only told you something once. And my dad would always say, asking you twice is like begging you. I'm not going to tell you to do this twice.
My dad said, you either listen to me or pack it up because I'm not
Right.
running a hotel. Get your suitcase and get out of here. Yeah, we never questioned anybody. So how did you end up from Englewood? How'd you end up in the treasurer's office? What are you
Well,
doing there?
I was working for CHA, Housing Development, and
Lordy.
I was working in the projects.
What were you doing
I
there?
was maintenance, groundskeeper. I work with I was like a laborer. So if maintenance went out to do a job, they needed an assistant, I was the guy. I went with the plumbers one day. Next day, I might be with the drywall guy. I might be with the furniture, the appliance delivery. I might be with the groundskeeping crew. It just depends on where I was needed that particular day. I heard about you winning your election. I heard about some jobs opening up, and through prayer, and then I landed up with you. I've been there ever since.
But weren't you with Rosewell?
No, Rosewell.
You came in under
I
me.
came in. You were a treasurer 6 months, and you hired me.
And what did I hire you to do?
The janitor.
I
You told me
hardly
this place
believe it.
is filthy, and we're going to clean it up.
And what happened? How'd you get to be the first floor manager, Michael?
Well, I learned a lot during my time of cleaning, listening, observing, started answering little questions here and there. So I figured that at this time, I should be doing something else here. I don't know if you remember, but I was sweeping the stairs one day and you were coming up.
I was coming
was
up the
like,
steps trying to lose
"Treasurer."
some weight.
I think you should allow me to, try my skills in other departments in your office. And then you know what you did?
I don't
You
remember.
laughed. You said, "Ha!" And you know what? We talked later on that day. You said, I'm gonna set you up with some people. And if you can, pass these tests, get into this, learn Excel, learn these computer systems, we'll think about moving you around.
And you were history on the steps and
From-
cleaning the steps.
And I've
You
never
learned that computer.
I learned
He
it
grabbed that opportunity. And what
ran with
happened?
it.
You went to
And
the counter.
I went to the refunds first. I learned the refund part of the office. Um, from the refunds, I went to customer service. Then I trained in cashiering, learned how to use the cashiering system, and then I ended up in refunds. I mean, I'm sorry, I ended up in customer service
And trained with
and
Brooks.
trained with Wilbur Brooks, taught me everything. And from this point on, I'm the man you see right now.
Just the guy. If you go to 118 North Clark, room 12, the first person you're going to see is Michael Lee running the show. How many years you been there, Michael?
This year, May 17th, made 27 years of service.
So you got 3 more and you're out of there.
Hopefully. It all depends, life is hard now, the cost of living is up. What I'm gonna do with a pension, I have to be able to try to take care of my medical.
Yeah, nobody wants to retire
Nobody.
because they got to pay their own health insurance.
Exactly.
What's the health insurance costing for you and the baby and your wife?
Off back?
Yeah.
I would have to really look at my
Probably close to 2,500, $3,000.
yeah, easy.
So if your pension's $6,000 a month, you're not walking out with
You're not
anything.
gonna walk out with that because you got to pay for medical.
Yeah, I think a lot of people stay at the county because they don't want to have to pay their medical.
Some of the best health insurance in the state.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Michael, how did you get from this bizarre situation in Inglewood where people used to, I make everybody wear a white
Well,
shirt,
the
tie
thing
and a
is,
shirt. The guy's got to wear a tie and a white shirt in the
Well,
office.
mhm,
So Michael's going back to Inglewood with this white shirt and his tie on.
I
And
would
what
get
happened?
off the bus and I would have to walk through people, and everybody's doing what they do on a regular, and I'm going all day. I'm at work now, so I was the goody two shoes guy. They would try to get me dirty or bump into me or throw me the football with my white shirt on. I went through that for a little while, but I guess after a while they got used to seeing me in the suit, which was kind of rare.
But didn't you have a couple of relatives killed in Inglewood?
Yes, I lost my nephew. Actually, I lost 2 nephews in Inglewood, and that kind of, screwed the family up a little bit.
And a niece?
And my
A-
niece,
a
young
2-year-old.
niece, she was 7.
7. What
Yeah.
happened?
On her way to school one morning, her mom was walking, and they were hit by a city lawn service, and it's kind of graphic, so I don't want to really say on the air, but they really hurt.
But after
my
3
niece.
people in your family die in Inglewood, you
was
packed
time-
it up.
It was time to go.
We packed it up. I'm out of here. And by then he was making enough money. He really worked himself all the way up in the treasurer's office to be the first floor manager, running the whole counter. Brooks retired. Michael took it over and bought himself a house.
Thank God.
And everybody that's left in Englewood comes and visits you on the weekend.
Yeah. And, I see a lot of people here too, and I'm able to help people that I grew up with. I'm able to help their parents. And a lot of things we weren't taught, homeowners, exemptions, discounts. I never thought I'd be owning a home, so it worked out.
Michael, let's just do a quick review here. We only got a couple minutes left.
Mhm.
This is astonishing. 209,000 African Americans. And these figures haven't been updated because Tyler's system is still processing refunds from last May.
Mhm.
We're probably at closer to 500 million, but
Yeah.
we'll see. As soon as we get the figures, we'll let you know. But
You want to talk to a disabled veteran who wants to talk about exemptions?
sure, we're going to talk to a disabled veteran. Come on.
Good morning, Miss Pappas. How are you this morning?
I'm always good. Where did you serve?
The U.S. Army.
Lordy, God bless you. I've done a lot of things in my life, but I could not serve in the military. I might be able to cook. I might be able to cook and be in the kitchen and cook for people and do odd jobs, but I could not go out on the streets with a gun and start shooting people.
Well,
Where did they
thank
have
God
you?
I didn't have to do that either.
Where did you serve?
My first 18 months was in Baumholder, Germany.
Oh,
So that was a little about maybe 2 hours from Frankfurt.
yeah, that's
it was
really
like up in the mountains.
very pretty up
then
there.
And then
Pretty.
I served my last stint in Fort Lewis, Washington State.
And how did you get disabled?
Just an injury, active injury. when I was on active duty, I had an issue with the chemical, with the CAS, the gas, the tear gas agent during basic training.
Oh my God. You smelled that
Yeah.
stuff?
Oh yeah, they actually snatched your mask back then. When you went in there, they pulled your mask off, and you had to sign, say your name, your rank, and for them to give you the effect of the gas.
Goodness.
So I ended up with severe rhinitis from that.
And what's your percentage of disability?
Right now it's 60%,
Do you have a
and working.
do you have a doctor's letter saying that?
Yes, it's actually in my military record itself.
But can you bring to the office a letter saying that that's how much you're disabled?
Yes, ma'am, without a doubt.
And can you also bring your DDT 14?
Have that also.
Michael knows for sure. Let me ask you something. What's your first name?
My first name is James.
James. Why are you just doing this now?
Because to really be honest, Miss Pappas,
Yeah.
before President Obama got in, they were denying a whole lot of African American veterans. They were saying if we weren't combat related, that we weren't eligible for benefits. And then when President Obama did the big inquisition on Hines and some of the other big VA medical hospitals, that kind of opened it up for us African American men.
But Obama was president a long time ago. What have you been doing all these years?
Well, at that time, once I got rejected, I never really pursued it anymore.
What year were you rejected?
That was 2014.
All right. Well, I got Michael Lee here, and he is going to get your number from Titus and Yvette after this program, and we're going to call you. Are you well enough to come get the forms, or should we mail them or email them to you?
Yeah, you can it'll probably be easier to email them to me right now because I'm a truck driver. So.
All right. We're going to email them to you. You're going to fill them out. You're going to get them back to Michael, and we're going to get them processed for you. How's that?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that would be nice. Do you know any other veterans who are disabled?
Oh, yes. I know quite a few
Well,
that own homes. Yes, I do.
Are they getting exemptions?
That is a good question. That I don't know. I have to sit down and talk to them about that.
Well, if you can get 4 or 5 of them together, just send them all down the office together and we'll do them all at once.
Okay, I sure will.
All right. So
be expecting a call from me later on this afternoon, sir.
Yeah, that was so nice of you to call. We got Titus here telling us that it is time to sign off. So we are signing off, and we are looking forward to giving back more money on WVO and the pride of Chicago. Yeah. Trees of green, red roses too. See them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, I'd hate to be a bear. I'd hate to be a bear sitting on that garbage dump. Skies of blue. Yes. All right, guys. See you next week.
On the muggy side, as temperatures climb near a daytime high of 82 on this Monday, June 8th, 2026. I'm Anna Flournoy in the headlines. The countdown is on with just 11 days until the grand opening of the Obama Presidential Center in Hyde Park. Starting today, look out for major street closures and detours. Well, it's a big day for Serena Williams. Today, she's returning to professional tennis. The 44-year-old is playing doubles at the Queen's Club in London, her first professional match since the 2022 U.S. Open. And a heartbreaking loss for Chicago as the sports world mourns the sudden passing of former Chicago Bulls player and NBA broadcaster Stacey King. National news from the Black Information Network is next on the Voice of a Nation and the Talk of Chicago, 1690 AM WVON, Berwyn, Chicago. It's 12:02.
PIM News Now.
Two former Colorado paramedics will get a new trial in the death of a Black man, Elijah McClain. Community activists react.
All we want as a Black and brown community is justice.
An appeals court overturned their convictions, ruling jurors lacked key information before finding them guilty. McClain died in 2019 after being restrained and injected with ketamine, sparking renewed outrage. Baltimore's Black Mayor Brandon Scott is weighing in on the city sheriff's race, endorsing challenger Sabrina Tapp Harper. She's running against incumbent Sam Cogan in a primary that's drawing attention after a past legal dispute between the two. And a new affordable housing complex is now open in College Park, Georgia. City leaders say the 180-unit development is already seeing strong demand, with about 40% of units leased.